Welcome to tonight's birthday bash. I'm Scott Bruckner. I happen to be, at least for the rest of the weekend, I'm the Director of Special Events and Facilities Management for NMSU, and we're so glad that you joined us. It's going to be a great evening. And why are we here? Let's take a look at this.
Barbara Hubbard. Barbara Hubbard, Mother Hubbard, Barbara Hubbard.
She's the kind of person that makes sure business happen and keeps it alive.
If Barbara Hubbard sees potential in something, she will work tirelessly to bring it to fruition. It's a trait that has defined her life and career, and it's how she has helped so many students to follow their dreams while she lived her own and turned the city of Las Cruces into a touring destination for celebrities. Whether Barbara was applying it to her own life, her students, or to New Mexico State University itself, her talent for recognizing potential and the drive to cultivate it into results has defined her life's work. Barbara's story proves that passion, perseverance, and lots of hard work will guide you in finding your place in this world and the life you were destined to live. Barbara grew up in Benton, Arkansas, with her grandmother, parents, and brother. When she was 10 years old, Barbara's father lost his eyesight, forcing her mother into the position of caregiver while Barbara helped out by delivering papers. Young Barbara learned to be competitive and driven at an early age.
Bring back the old days, I young dancing, I remember, I.
My hips are cracking, I am shrieking, I caramba, I.
She graduated from Henderson State University in 1948 with hopes of attending medical school, but found out it was too late to reapply by the time she discovered she was an alternate. Barbara decided to fall back on teaching. She was enrolled at George Peabody College in Nashville, studying for her master's degree in biology, when she was assured by a friend from New Mexico that she'd have no trouble getting a teaching position there. Tom Mayfield, the Las Cruces Public School Superintendent, hired her at their first meeting. And so Barbara's career started in 1955 at Las Cruces High School as the head of the biology department. Little did she know that this was her first step in becoming deeply rooted in the Las Cruces community and establishing herself as an entertainment icon.
A great start. Just wanted to thank briefly Logan and Mike, who worked a lot on the video, and we're going to introduce them a little bit later, who worked so hard on these videos. And now, ladies and gentlemen, from Nashville, Tennessee, one of 8 male finalists for the X Factor TV show, singer and songwriter Brennan Hunt.
Mother Hubbard, here's a song you might recognize by one of your favorite artists, Mr. Glenn Campbell. By the time I get to Phoenix, she'll be rising. She'll read the note I left hanging on your door, and she'll laugh when she reads the part that says I'm leaving. 'Cause 'cause I've left that girl so many times before. By the time I make Las Cruces, she'll be working. She'll probably stop at lunch and give me a call. And she'll just hear that phone keep on ringing off the wall. That's all. By the time I make Oklahoma, she'll be sleeping. She'll turn softly and call my name out low. And she'll cry just to think I really leave her. Though time and time I've tried to tell her so, she just didn't know that I would let her go. Thank you. So we're all here to celebrate the life of one amazing human being. Mother Hubbard has impacted the lives of so many, and I'm one of them. I was just a kid from Oklahoma with a demo song and a dream, and somehow she heard that song and immediately put me in front of the Bellamy Brothers in Arkansas. And she didn't even know if I could carry a note. She just said she knew from that conversation on the phone that I had it, which is crazy. You had a lot of faith there. Since that night, my wife and I moved to Nashville at the urge of Barb. And after 5 years of persistence, I'm finally signing my first publishing deal. And Mother, I would not be where I am today without your dedication, your belief, and your love. The thing that amazes me most is I'm just one of the numerous lives that you've touched. I love you. And here's another fellow Okie who loves you as well.
Happy birthday, Mother Hubbard. So sorry I couldn't be there with you in person. I guess this is the next best thing. Thank you for all the things you have done for me and my career over the last years. I love you to pieces. Have a happy birthday. Have a piece of cake for me too. Love you.
Thanks, Reva, and thanks, Brennan, and we look forward to hearing you perform later during our wild party. Thank you. Please welcome to the stage now one of two of the great sons, and she has two, of Barbara. Please welcome Drew Hubbard.
Thank you. I don't know why I'm doing the speech. I'm a drummer. I don't do speeches. But anyway, Mom, you have a good friend that shares the same birthday as you do. And you always tell him that you're always a few minutes older than he is. But since we're doing your birthday on the 14th instead of the 12th, he's going to have bragging rights on you today and say he's older than you are. So you lose out this time.
Okay, Barbara, I'm still confused. I don't understand how. I mean, if my birthday is July 12th and yours is July 14th, why are you older than I. Happy birthday.
Thanks, Bill. Especially thanks to Drew. The next clip we have for you takes us all the way back into the beginning of the wonderful Hubbard family. Barb and Pierce married in 1959 and were married for 47 wonderful years. And now they have 5 grandchildren, 5 great-grandchildren, and 1 in the hopper. Kimberly. Stay tuned, because here is the rest of that story.
It wasn't long after starting at school before Barbara had earned the admiration of her students and fellow faculty members. And soon she had the additional responsibility of sponsoring the high school's cheerleading team. Barbara met Pierce Hubbard, an OSAE from New Mexico State. And they married in 1959.
It take a whole lot of loving just to keep my baby happy. It take a whole lot of kissing and a whole lot of holding her hand.
Together they had 2 boys, Hub in April of 1960, and Drew followed just 15 months later in September of 1961. The Pan American Center opened at NMSU in 1968. At that time, Pierce was serving as president of the Booster Club, and Lou Henson wanted Barbara to be the first woman business manager and to supervise the opening of the Pan Am Center. Barbara, then a physical education teacher, decided her first action as a business manager would be to bring in revenue by establishing the Pan Am Center as a touring destination for celebrities. And even from the beginning, she wasn't going to settle for small potatoes. Barbara's first booking was the Ike and Tina Turner Revue. And her first in-house production was none other than Mr. Charlie Pride.
Well, it's on there and he never let it show. 'Cause he could never answer yes or no.
Barbara took advantage of NMSU's strategic position between Phoenix and Dallas to bring in countless big names over the next 2 decades. Pan Am hosted performances by Whitney Houston, Johnny Cash, Fleetwood Mac, Neil Diamond, the Eagles, Sting, and Paul McCartney, just to name a few. Barbara befriended many of the celebrities. She played gin rummy with John Wayne, did shows with Red Skelton, and was given a nickname by Bob Hope.
I just want to tell you one thing, that I've known Barbara Hubbard, who I call Mother Hubbard, for about 14 years and watched her work with these young people, trying to bring them to the fore. And she deserves a tremendous amount of credit, ladies and gentlemen. Barbara Hubbard.
He affectionately called her Mother Hubbard, after witnessing how she nurtured and supported her crew members. The name stuck, and many of Barbara's friends and admirers still call her that today.
Again, another great piece. Now, joining me on stage, the publisher of the Las Cruces Bulletin, Mr. Dave McCullum. We want to thank Dave and his great staff at the Las Cruces Bulletin for tonight's great program. He's got a special presentation.
Thank you, Scott. We're pleased to participate in this terrific event. Happy birthday, Barbara. You know, they say that great ideas are a dime a dozen. It's only through great execution that there is value. And I tell you what, Barbara Hubbard has some of the greatest ideas, but she doesn't stop there. She has always executed those ideas to the fullest, and we all thank you for that, Barbara. I hope you all have had a chance to look at the program that our bulletin team produced for this special event. Of course, we could not say no to Barbara for sure, but our bulletin team went beyond that too, and together they came together and went out and recruited some funds to add to the Pierce and Barbara Hubbard Foundation. So we're pleased to present a check tonight that I know is going to add to the foundation. So thanks for the opportunity, Barbara. So that's it. So, Scott tells me we have a good number now for your foundation. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thanks, Dave. And again, all the hard work to your crew that have worked so hard and done special things with, especially Stephen Para and Claire. We appreciate their help in putting this program together and a number of other things that you just don't see behind the scenes very often. Continuing, it is my pleasure to welcome to the stage Dennis D'Amico, singer, songwriter with over 200 songs, music and lyrics to his credit, currently executive chairman of U-Rock Media in New York City. One of his projects is producing Let Us In to fight breast cancer in Linda McCartney's name. That will be co-produced with Country Music Television at the Ryman Auditorium, Nashville, Tennessee in October. He's the producer of an evening of Sir Paul McCartney's symphonic music for Nova to benefit the charity of Rock the Heart, one of the many charities Dennis supports. He has close personal ties to both Barbara and her program, the American Collegiate Talent Showcase. Please welcome Dennis D'Amico with an original arrangement just for Barb.
I'd like to welcome you all tonight. This is kind of a coming home for myself. I was born, well, I wasn't really born here, but I was brought up here in the 50s and 60s. I lived on Ridgecrest Drive. I don't know if any of you know where that is, but and I love this town so much, I came back for college, and that's where I met Barbara. So Barbara and I have been really close friends for 40 years. So, and the one thing that she kind of pulled me into the music business. She represented me. She was my manager when I was young, and had I listened to her, I probably wouldn't have hit all the bumps in the road that I did in my career. But she did pull me into the serious side of the business, and that's where I've been for the last, well, 30-something, 40 years. So she's been my mentor and my dear friend, and she always taught me that nothing is impossible. And that's why I'd like to sing this song for her, because this is who she really is for me.
Once lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you did to dream, well, they really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up with the world so far behind me. Where troubles melt like lemon drops, all way above those chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, all those bluebirds fly, and birds fly over the rainbow. Oh, why can't I? Can't I fly? Oh no. Why can't I fly? I know I can fly. If pretty little bluebirds fly above the rainbow, why? And why can't I? Why can't I?
Oh, now I can be official. Hello, Barbara. My relationship with Barbara certainly has, gone on for decades, and I've been so honored and blessed to have her in my life, and I think I've received the greatest blessing from her just recently when we started talking about the American Collegiate Talent Showcase. And the blessing and the trust that she has given me, and for my company in New York to work with her in relaunching and really realizing the vision that Barbara has had for this competition to go completely around the nation and really be visible on every college campus. And we're going to launch this together starting this fall. The official contest amongst all the colleges will begin in 2013, but I can't tell you how honored I am for her to come to me and bring her baby to me, and for us to be able to work on this together. It is just such an honor, and I just can't wait to get this thing going, because I've always believed that there's so much talent out there, and her vision that they do so much for sports on college campuses, why can't we do something for the performing arts? And what really is amazing about it, it's not just about the performers on the stage. It's about those kids that are in college that want to know what it's like to be a director. They want to know what it's like to be a producer. They want to know what it's like to be a talent agent or a set designer. And we want to be able to provide tutorials and guidance and mentoring for all of those kids, because we know that this is going to help ensure the future of entertainment in this country. So I am just blessed and honored to know her as my friend and now to be working with her on acts. And I think she deserves an amazing round of applause for this incredible program that she has the vision for. And I can't really do it justice and tell you exactly how it operates, what it's all about, how it began, but this video certainly can.
In 1977, Barbara was named Director of Special Events, a position she held until 1996. She advised student government and organizations, negotiated and processed contracts between student organizations and booking agencies, scheduled and approved the use of the Pan Am Center, administered and controlled the Pan Am building budget, and supervised all major campus productions, among other duties. Barbara's success increased her influence on many of her students, and by sharing her knowledge of the entertainment industry, she inspired many successful careers, producing highly qualified students who went on to seek out positions in the industry across the nation.
I got my job cut out for me, and that's selling you all, so that's my job. You all perform and I'll do the selling.
While Barbara enjoyed fostering her students' creativity, she also wanted to provide them with more opportunities for success.
To help some young person that does not have a mother or a father such as Johnny Cash, to help them break into the entertainment business, to teach them how to make that first step.
Barbara's interest in opening doors for her students inspired her to develop a structured program to help them get started in the entertainment business.
Mexico State University is proud to present the first annual All-American Collegiate Talent Search with hostess Dinah Shore and special guests Gary Mulebeer, Johnny Rodriguez, and Christopher Cross.
One of the biggest things you're going to have to learn if you're going to be a professional is that the show goes on, whether you have one in the audience, 100, or 10,000. And so what we hope you all do as pioneers of the first All-American Collegiate Talent Search is be true pioneers, produce the best dang show that you've ever done in your life, and prove to those people out there that, yes, you're ready to step into the professional market.
In 1978, she founded ACTS, the American Collegiate Talent Showcase, a national competition that offers exposure to aspiring performance art students.
Each year, hundreds of college students from across the nation take part in the American Collegiate Talent Showcase in hopes that they will be named Best Collegiate Performer of the Year.
Barbara called on an old friend, and the first showcase was titled The Bob Hope Search for the Top in Collegiate Talent.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I just think it's great. God, when I think that here I am on an amateur show. No, we're all amateurs, Only some of us get money.
Bob, at least once a week, the subject of new young talent comes up on the show, and people say things like, well, there's no place anymore to be bad. There really aren't that many places around for kids to break in.
One of the reasons I'm here, not just to say hello to you, naturally, but we have a couple of kids visiting us from a contest we had. Barbara Hubbard of New Mexico State University started this contest and asked me to head it up. And I said, yeah, we had a national collegiate talent hunt.
How many kids involved all told?
Oh, I think there must have been about 1,000, from all over the country. See? And almost every major college. And I tell you, we saw some great talent.
Got a flyer in the mail and said, hey, you want to enter this thing? I said, well, I don't know. What do you get? And he said, well, it just looks like a good competition. ACTS was different than other talent competitions in the fact that they have workshops before the actual show. And you can actually go in and listen to people who are in show business, in every part of show business. And other competitions, you go in, you do your act, you perform, and if you do well, great. If not, great. You go home, and that's that. But with ACTS, you actually have other people to talk to, and people will help you, and they critique you. And the workshops are great lectures. And so it's a well-rounded program.
Barbara's students not only got the opportunity to perform at the event and gain national exposure, they also learned valuable business experience because they were responsible for running the entire program, from managing the budget to designing event posters. Barbara was inducted into the Performance Touring Hall of Fame in 1996 and won many other accolades throughout her career. She received an honorary doctorate from NMSU in 2007.
Her love for her students, for our industry, it's legendary. Her life has literally impacted the world of entertainment in a way few people could ever begin to imagine. Think about it. From the back offices of performing arts centers to the box offices of arenas. From recording studios and record labels to talent agencies and management companies. From sound and light companies to symphony orchestras, the influence of Barbara Hubbard is present to this day. She is truly a legend in our business, but she's also the true meaning of an icon in our business. She represents and embodies everything that we should all aspire to be. And she is, to this very day, still willing to step up to the plate, take on a challenge, promote a date to help out an agent, encourage a young person along their way to pursue their dream, and just be there as Mother Hubbard. Barbara, congratulations. I know I'm a better person for knowing you. And I'm humbled to be a part of this evening honoring you. You're one in a million. And you know what? I'm freaking proud to be a friend of Barbara and one of your biggest fans. Congratulations.
Barbara held the position of Director of Special Events at NMSU for 2 decades. She officially retired in 1997, but as a self-professed workaholic, she never settled into the typical quiet retirement life. She continues to work with a variety of nonprofit groups and still serves as Executive Director of ACTS, working to support students with scholarships under that program. She has no plans to slow down. Barbara intends to expand ACTS into a national program so that deserving performance arts students across the country would have increased exposure and the opportunity to break into the entertainment business. She gives credit to God for leading her where she is today. The Lord knows best what you should do, better than yourself. Barbara also says she couldn't have done it without her husband, Pierce, who passed away in 2006 after 47 years of marriage. Barbara says she never would have made it without his love and support. Barbara has served NMSU for over 30 years as a teacher, mentor, and role model. She's established Las Cruces as a touring destination for celebrities and musicians and has inspired show business careers for hundreds of students. With all of her talent and drive, Barbara could have gone anywhere, but she loved the Valley and loved her school and discovered that the love, respect, and integrity she found and exemplified there have rewarded her better than any other possibility. Barbara Hubbard recognized the potential within herself to inspire those around her. She believed in her students and gave of herself to help them achieve their own dreams, offering them unbelievable opportunities and experiences that never would have happened otherwise. She believed in her school and knew the potential existed for it to become an entertainment destination. She's touched the lives of thousands, from beginning students to celebrities, and her energy, enthusiasm, and determined spirit are admired by all who meet her. Today, we celebrate Barbara Hubbard and her contribution to our community and our lives.
Shipley, and I serve on the board of the All-American Collegiate Talent Search. And I have a long history with Barb, and there's so many backstories that so many people could tell, but one person in the video was my husband, who died from leukemia in 2006. And Barbara mentored both him and I, and one of the most proud things he ever had in his life was to graduate from New Mexico State and to work for Barbara Hubbard. So it's just very touching to me, just one of many backstories. But while I was in school, as I said before, Barbara just taught us so much about love and life, and it was so important to my husband that he's actually buried here, even though I live in Dallas now. And but one year, the year that I served as the student project director, we had a winner that's gone on to great success. And there's been a lot of great success stories, but this man you might recognize. And here are some of the comments he made when she got an award at the International Entertainment Buyers Association in 2009. And remember, he's the one on the right.
Everybody, I'm Jeff Dunham. And I am Ahmed the terrorist. Yes. And today we are here to kill Barbara Hubbard. No. What? No, we're here to honor Barbara. Oh, yes, we are here to honor the killing of Barbara Hubbard. No, Ahmed. What? We're here to say nice things about Barbara. You're going to say nice things about the person? Yeah, we're not going to kill this person? No, Barbara's a friend of mine. We're going to honor a woman? Yes. What the hell is wrong with your country? Anyway, do you know why we're honoring Barbara? I don't know why we're not killing her. Well, she's getting an award. And what? I have it right here for you. Oh, you put it on the phone? She's getting, what's this say? The Harry A. Peebles Award? Fantastic. For a lifetime of giving back to her industry. She has killed many college students, and we are awarding her for this. Thank you, Barbara. She's not killed anyone. No, she's done a lot of things for a lot of people and helped them in their careers, including me. Really, yes. I wouldn't be where I am today had it not been for Barbara Hubbard. What, sitting on the step next to a crappy hotel pool? Grant, I owe Barbara Hubbard a lot. You do? Many people. She's given her life to this industry. What do you mean? Helping all kinds of folks with their careers, move their lives forward, and that's why we're here today, to thank her for that. Okay, fine. Thank you, Barbara Hubbard. Whatever Jeff said, I guess I have to back him up, and then I accuse someone else later. Okay. Thank you, Barbara. We wish you could be there right now, but we are enjoying our Motel 6 swimming pool. Yeah. Thanks a lot, and we'll see you in New Mexico. Maybe, maybe not. Have a nice day. Thank you.
Thanks, Jeff, and Marianne, thank you very much. Now I would like to ask three of Barb's close friends to come to the stage. John Sigler is National Promotions Director, Arista Records, Nashville, Tennessee, one of Barb's students. Got his start right here in the Pan American Center. Steve Dixon, tour accountant and producer, Justin Timberlake tour, Britney Spears tour, and most recently doing the Dr. Dre and Snoop hologram at the Coachella Festival just a month ago. And Charles Doris, producer associated with such careers as Ronnie Millsap and Vince Gill and many more, who is currently on the board of the Gospel Music Association in Nashville, Tennessee, a long friend, and soon to be and continues to be associated with the Gaithers. Gentlemen, could you come to the stage, please? Gentlemen.
I would like to thank Barbara Hubbard for giving me a job when I was 18 years old to be stage manager of this building for 4 years, and she stood up for me and gave me a chance to prove myself when she didn't have to. I have to say, I hope I gave you more than your money's worth. Working here, and for Barbara Hubbard, I have to tell you, is I learned more working for her than I did in any classroom. And I want to say thank you. Tonight, you must be psyched. It's your birthday, and all your friends are here, and I'm proud of you. Thank you.
Barbara, I bring you greetings on behalf of the agents and managers in Nashville. Some of us heard earlier tonight from Jeff Gregg, one of my friends who's here from CAA, great agent in town. But really, what most of you may not realize is one of the secrets to Barbara's success is that she is a part of the Nashville live entertainment community. Though she lives in Las Cruces, New Mexico, we feel so close to her in Nashville. She's truly a part of us. She comes to Nashville 3, 4, 5, 6 times a year. And what does she do when she comes to Nashville? She hangs out with all of us agents and managers. And we have the access in Nashville to all the country tours and all the gospel tours and some of the pop tours. And so Barbara learned many years ago the secret to getting to those artists was getting to those agents and managers. And Barbara, you're such a wonderful inspiration to so many of us in this room. I wrote a letter, and with your permission, I'm going to read it. I'm going to leave it with one of your colleagues there. Dear Barbara, it has been said, if you can find a job that you love to do, you will never work a day in your life. You exemplify this blessing. Congratulations on this milestone in your life and your career. You have had an impact on my life and the lives of many in the entertainment business. Your professional accomplishments would fill a book, as we've seen tonight. The joy that your entertainment endeavors have brought to tens of thousands of people is immeasurable. The opportunities that you have given to hundreds of students to get their start in the entertainment business is incalculable. At this special time in your life, please know that your example of grace and integrity has impacted all of those who have come in contact with you. You are a firm and fair businesswoman who has mastered the art of getting the deal done, putting on an excellent show while offering opportunity to your students, and doing it in a manner that worked financially well for all involved. Your longtime connection with Nashville has enriched all of us who make our living in live entertainment. You are, in fact, legendary in the Nashville music community and beyond. It has been a rite of passage for young agents, managers, tour managers, and artists to learn from you and to witness the excellent way you conduct business. It is an honor to do business with you. It is an honor to have served on the IEBA board with you. Mostly, though, it has been an honor to be your friend. I will forever be grateful for the impact that you have had on my life. I love you. Thank you.
Barbara told me I was never allowed to be in front of the spotlight before, so I don't know what you have me doing up here. Barbara started as a special ed teacher, served me well because I arrived at New Mexico State on the short bus. True story, they actually let me stay. I think real quick, I didn't really have a lot prepared because I think when moments like this in your life come, you have to feel it from your heart. And every time I come here, I'm overwhelmed at what she's done for me and what her family has done for all of us, because her kids shared their mother and her husband shared his wife, and the grandkids to these days share her with all of us every day. So I want to thank you guys with that. And now I'll be able to speak. So my name is Steve Dixon. I was one of the, I'll be very quick, I promise. I was one of the kids in the video that was brought here through the ACTS program. I had failed out of about 5 junior colleges. My father says in the newspapers, I'd spent 6 years in junior college for no particular reason. Very true. And Barbara made a deal with me in 1986. I won, I don't remember how far up I went in the ACTS program, but I did pretty well. And my folks lived down in El Paso. And I got in my car and I drove up here, and I sat in her round desk sitting right up there, and she said, you know, she said, son, she said, you're an okay musician, but she said, I kind of like your style, and I think that you'll do better on the back side of the business than you will on the front side of the business. And so she, at that moment, made a deal with me that if I would pass all of my classes and work really hard, that she would help me get into the college and make sure that I graduated. So my success story in life comes out with me graduating in 1990 with a 2.1 GPA. I told all my instructors, I had one of my instructors said, you know, Steve, you're a really bright guy. I don't understand why you don't do well in my classes. And I said, well, that's because I don't like your classes. I said, I love you, but I'm only here because I made a deal with actually not the devil, with my knight in shining armor. And I told her that I'd pass all my classes and I'd get a C. But really, the time I was supposed to do your homework, I was up cleaning the toilets in the southeast bathroom for a Whitney Houston concert, and that was a lot more fun to me than biology. So I think that it's important for you folks who get to live here every day with Barbara and her family and live in this environment that you truly have an angel in your midst while she's here with us every day and when she comes to see me on the road. And you have more than something that you see up here on the screen and all these people talk about. And it's great, the marquee value up here, the Bill Cosbys and the Bob Hopes and the Jeff Dunhams and the Rebas and everybody else. But at the end of the day, if you ask Barbara what she isn't the celebrity's best friend. She's an educator, and she's a mother, and she's a grandmother, and she's a wife. And that's the reason she stayed in Las Cruces, and that's why you folks are here tonight sharing the evening with her, because you all have a close relationship with her. And she really is special, and she really is different. And she's the reason that there's thousands of me around here. And I think the last thing I'm going to say about this is that every day I think about this place and this woman. You changed my life. Thank you.
Tough act to follow. Thanks, Steve and Charles. John? And John, could you stay on the stage just momentarily? Earlier in the evening, John made a special presentation, and he's going to share with us and tell us a little bit about that. But Barb, we're not going to make you come to the stage right now. John?
In addition to employing students and teaching them the business and just getting kids to grow up, Barbara has made a lot of intelligent, calculated business decisions to book artists, to give them chances to lock in on tours when she had the right opportunity, and all that did was result in a lot of sold-out shows and jobs for students and jobs for full-time employees here. And I just want to cap off what I can say tonight is that on behalf of my employer, Arista Records and Sony Music, I want to present her with a 14 million platinum plaque for Carrie Underwood to Barbara Hubbard, and she deserves it, and this is for her. Thank you.
And speaking of presentations, now joining us on stage are representatives of the Associated Students of NMSU, Marcos Guzman, Director of Activities, and Miguel Chavez, Director of Special Events. And Barbara, can you join us on stage, please? Just a sidebar, Barbara is instrumental in creating this model and this environment. Our student employment in support of special events, including the management of athletic events, etc. Our payroll runs between $300,000 and $350,000 a year. I think 2 years ago it was close to $500,000 in student payroll monies of employee students to support our special event functions. One of the key components of that is our association with ASNMSU, who actually helps and assists us in programming, and Barb's programs as well. Most recently, a sold-out Brad Paisley concert, so they're very special to us. Gentlemen. ladies.
Hi, my name is Brianna Silvis, and I'm president of the Associated Students. Mother Hubbard, on behalf of the Associated Students, we would like to present you a gift. But before that, I'd like to introduce Miguel Chavez. He is the ASNMSU Special Events Director.
Good evening. How do I start? I've only known Mother Hubbard for about a year. I applied as the assistant director of special events last year, and when I got the job, I was stoked, but I was also intimidated. I contacted an old director with ASNMSU, and Kelly Hubbard. I asked her, "What do I do? I mean, what resources do I have? How do I do this? I'm new to this." And she's all, "Just talk to Mother Hubbard. She's got you. She's gonna do everything. She's gonna help you out a lot. She's gonna help you with everything." And that's what she does. She helps you with everything. You tell her, "Mother Hubbard, I want this artist. I think it would do great at NMSU." And if she could go and knock on that artist's door, she would. She could drag him by his ears, she would. Because she loves her students, and that's why we love her. So from ASNMSU, we love you so much, and we thank you for your services to us.
Oh, great. Thank you. Fits, okay. Let me say something, Scott.
Sure, absolutely. Come on.
I tell you what, if anybody ever reaches 85 and can beat this, I don't know what it'll be. So thank you all again, but thank these students behind me. You don't know what energy it gives me to receive something like this and to be called on to help out after I've been retired for a while. Thank you, kids.
Stay with us. And now we have one of the most important events of the evening, and we would appreciate it now if the family can join us on stage. And while they are coming, we have some special greetings, Barb, from your friends at the two largest booking agencies in the world, who you work with quite a bit, and who are you working with currently now, I know, as well. Creative Artists Agency and William Morris Endeavor of Nashville, Tennessee.
Barbara Hubbard, you mean so much to all of us in Nashville at WME. Thank you for everything you've done for us and for our clients over the years. Happy birthday, Barbara Hubbard! We love you!
Hey Barbara, everybody in Nashville, CA, wants to wish you a very, very happy 85th birthday. Happy birthday!
And now the birthday girl's with us for a little special cake activity, so hang with us. Come on, family, come on in.
Go, Mom. Oh, boy. No. Oh, look at that. You're going to...
And now I'd like to introduce Barb's other great son, Hub, Drew, and the rest of the Hubbard clan. Hub?
I hadn't prepared anything either. The thing I would like to thank my mom for the most, I think, when Drew and I were growing up was her dragging us all over the country. In the summer times, it was great. We had the opportunity to meet all these different people from everywhere else. So, Mom, thank you for what you've given me and my brother.
So here we go. We are going to stand, and I will start singing, and you will finish it. So here we go. Come on. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Mom. Happy birthday to you. Barb? Couple of comments, please.
She wants to cut the cake. Huh? What?
As soon as I get a knife, I'll cut it and you come on up, okay? Thanks to each and every one of you for coming. I don't know what to say. I know if I try to start thanking Scott, Mary Ann, all the staff, everybody else that, Logan, where are you? Michael, where are you? See, the roll call goes on, especially to you all, the community of Las Cruces, for having supported the shows that we were fortunate enough to bring this way. Thank you, and God bless.
Okay, it's wonderful, it is fantastic, and we thank Barb so much. We love her so much. We enjoyed being around her family so much. Personally, I've known Barb for 25 years. I've known the family for 5. They're wonderful. They've taken me under their wings. I owe them personally so much. Just a quick comment. I want to thank my staff at the Pan Am, Doug Pardon, Gary Rakelli, Shikoi Para, Jenny Van Dorn, one of our students here, working so much for us. And here it is. And Barbara. We as the staff and the group, and everybody's working, so I know they're not sitting in the audience. They've done such a great job. I want to thank also Logan Gilpin and Mike, who have worked so hard on the videos. But Barbara, if you could come up here for one brief second. One last gift from those who also love you so dearly, and those of us who you've had so much to do with their lives, including much of our staff. We would like to present you this engraved wooden golden record. And I'd like to read to you what it says. Barb, thanks for the memories. On behalf of all the staff and students at the Pan American Center, we are honored to celebrate your 85 years of greatness, and we look forward to many more to come. We are so blessed that you made us a part of your journey. Thank you. Okay, thank you. We're going to do briefly, as everybody leaves the stage, we are going to take about a 10-minute set production break. We've got Brennan Hutt coming back. We've got, of course, Las Cruces' one and only The Liars, so we're going to make a quick 10-minute set change. We've got popcorn. We've got liquid libations up in the concourse area, so stick with us. We're going to move the chairs aside, and we're going to party, so stick with us. And thank you so very, very much. I just wanted to comment as well that tonight, through some private donations and some $63,000. So it's a very special to Barb and Drew and Hub and their families. So thank you again, and hang with us. We'll be all ready to do a set change that everybody does all the time, and here we are. So thanks. Appreciate you.